We're on the Jacksonville Intercoastal near our Shade Biz site where we manufacture the Rocket Shade. Today we're going to show you how to set up the shade. Your Rocket Shade will come with the cantilever packed in approximately this position. As you pull things out of the box, you're going to want to inspect it, make sure it's made the trip complete. Before you try any attempt to set it up, have yourself in a pretty stable position, either boat on trailer or tied to a dock like this. And hopefully with winds that aren't too high. It's nice breeze here today. The way I most enjoy doing this is to set it up down low. I typically rest on my foot so that I'm not touching anything on the bottom of the boat, keep the boat pretty. This will be the easiest way to set up for the first time. Working with the clamps is going to be one of the most important parts of regularly moving your cantilever into different positions or onto different boats. The side of the clamp that turns the easiest is raised up. Here it has an orange top to it. Once you get it loose, you can freely spin it. We call this the spinner nut. When it's that loose, the teeth are separated and they slide easily. It completely rotates. And because the tubes have been in there and it's been tight, they stay in place pretty well. But if you ever need to move the tube and it's not moving easily, all you do is push on this side of the clamp, and it opens up this gap, which releases the tube and makes it go in and out and rotate in all those positions you need. There's a lot of adjustability here. Then to tighten it back up, you make sure this is in the out position, push it from the other side, spin and close and lock. One of the fun things about this particular device is when you find your favorite position, you have your favorite place on the boat, you can take a Sharpie and just put a mark at the teeth. I'll go ahead and do it. You put a mark at the teeth, maybe like that. And then whenever you move to put it into storage or put it away, and you want to come back to that exact spot, you bring it back to your dot. And when you get your dot back together, there you are, that's your favorite spot. And when you want to move this, just clean your dot off and make another dot somewhere else. Use different colors for different boats. Get creative. The first thing I'll loosen is the hanger side of the cantilever, which has the orange tip. And what I want to do is position that so that the pin is facing the other cantilever side. So I start there, I loosen up the clamp almost completely, about 8 turns to where the teeth of the clamp come loose. Those teeth lock in at every 4 degrees, and I want to lock it in where I've got an angle similar to this, not 90 degrees, but maybe about 80 degrees, because my fabric is going to orient off of this tube. It'll be flat based on this being vertical. And when you get it to where you like it, you just tighten it up good and snug, making sure the pin faces the cantilever and it's in approximately that position. The shade is going to be flat right at the bottom of this tube. And so this clamp assembly is going to be right off the top of the rod holder. On this side, we put it into a position as a starting point that is to match the angle of the rod holder off the back. So the rod holder's not straight up and down, it's pointed back a bit. And we want our cantilever to not go straight off the back. We'd like it to go up a little bit. So I'm going to pick an angle. We'll start at maybe something like that. And I know that my pins, which hold the rods in place inside the rod holder, this pin faces the bow. So I'm putting the notch of this rod holder insert to match the pin location. So the notch is somewhat pointing to the pin. So let's test fit this. Make sure everything's snug. You can't over tighten these pieces, so make sure everything's good and snug. To match the pin position inside the rod holder, we lift and slide it into place, and it'll come down and come out the bottom like that. We slide the cone at the top to lock it into place. This is critical. Once you see the bottom of that tip, you want to insert the locking pin and lock it in place. And this will keep the whole assembly from ever leaving the boat unintentionally, which can happen if you get into the wrong wind conditions. My next step is to put up the shade. After you remove the Velcro strap, your fabric's nice and loose. You orient it so that the short side of the fabric is facing you, and then you'll see the pin path on the hub that hangs. Here, you just bring up the hanging hub and put the pin inside the path, lift till it stops, rotate, and then bring it down, and it'll lock with the arrow exactly over the pin. So at this stage, this can just hang here. You don't want to run the boat with the shade in this position. Always take it all the way down when you're running. And then the next step is to just lift, and you look for your orange tip through the holes in the bottom of the shade, lift it up to where it's in the middle, and just push gently till you hear the click. And now we've got shade. This is my first setup. I want to see how it orients. I had the choice of bringing it closer to the T-top, maybe changing the angle a bit. But for today, for what we're doing, this could be just fine. Nice big shade for the back of the boat where we're fishing. Move, we just rotate the knob until it catches. That's the open position. And give it a gentle tug, and it pops right off. And you drop it. It'll again hang off the hub above. To bring it all the way down, I normally just use one hand. You can grab, lift, and rotate, and then when you get it over the pin notch, it slides all the way out, and you've freed it.